Ladies and gentlemen, the Mace Bearer, Professor James Mezer, members of the Niagara County Legislature, members of the College Board of Trustees, the College Vice Presidents, our keynote speaker, Stephen Eden, and Interim President of Niagara County Community College, Dr. William J. Morabito. Ladies and gentlemen, the faculty and administrative staff of Niagara County Community College, led by Dr. Julie Woodworth, recipient of the Distinguished Teaching Professorship by the SUNY Chancellor, and the most senior members of the faculty, Faculty Marshals Professor Mark Mastriner and Professor Robert Morris. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating students of the Niagara County Community College class of 2018, led by Student Marshals Lashima Rose and Cheryl Morley. You could leave it right there if you want, as long as I can hear it. Though. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Niagara County Sheriff's Department. I would now like to introduce Nccc'S Board of Trustee Vice Chairperson Gina Virtuoso for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Gentlemen, please remove your hats, and everyone please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for our troops. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of the National Anthem by Alyssa Dietz, class of 2018.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing for the invocation given by Reverend Dr. Jimmy Hardaway, Jr., pastor of Trinity Baptist Church in Niagara Falls.
Let us pray. Our Father, we come today to ask you for your blessings on this graduation. We thank you for bringing us together in health and fellowship. We thank you for each graduate, their family, friends, and supporters. We thank you for the administration, faculty, and staff. We thank you for the work that has been completed to lead to these accomplishments. And we ask you to guide them every day in the use of the tools that have been instilled in them by this faculty. Help us to incline our ears towards wisdom and apply our hearts to understanding. Let us seek knowledge for the hope of finding understanding. As we move forward, protect and guide us each day, providing light in our darkness, wisdom for our ignorance, and hope in our despair. Turn us from the regrets of the past and point us to new adventures. Be with us at home, work, and play, that we may know that the greatest love is the greatest gift. In your holy name we pray. And all of God's people said, amen.
I declare the 2018 Niagara County Community College Commencement Ceremony now in session.
Thank you, Trustee Virtuoso and the Reverend Dr. Jimmy Hardaway. Will everyone please be seated? Graduates, honored guests, family members, friends, faculty, staff, alumni, good morning and welcome to a very special occasion here at Niagara County Community College, the 2018 commencement. My name is Bill Ross. I'm the chairperson of the Board of Trustees. And on the behalf of the Board of Trustees, we wish you a very happy commencement. And this is the 54th annual commencement, going back to the first one back in 1965. You know, as I look out at the graduates, and all the accomplishments they've made already. And this is just the latest. Just wait for their future and all the achievements that they will be making as they move along in their careers. Now, the degree of difficulty is different in each student's case. But when I look at these graduates here, many of them had work schedules, difficult ones on the outside. There are transportation problems that come up at times. There are family problems, finance problems, and certainly a difficult academic schedule. But you persevered and are sitting in front of us this morning. Again, my congratulations. And you know, yes. And there are a lot of thank yous too. Thank you to family members. Thank you to special friends. So even though it's your day of celebration, certainly as you move on through your day, I know you'll be extending a lot of those thank yous. You know, the role of the Board of Trustees is to develop policy. Policy that gives a college a direction and a vision to reach out not only here in the present, but in the future to meet the needs of our community residents. And also, it's the responsibility of the Board of Trustees, along with the administration, the faculty, and of course, the staff, to maintain that standard of excellence that community college has always had. Now, I bring out faculty. Faculty, whether it's on the scholastic level or the collegiate level, is always the heart of a school. Many of you, as I look down here, know that that excellent teaching, that little extra help you received, that little pat on the back might have made the difference between being here today and not being here today. For that, I want you to remember, and for our faculty members that are up on the stage, a nice round of applause. Now, I talked about the Board of Trustees, about policymakers. We have some of the Board of Trustee members here today. Others will be attending the two other ceremonies at 11:30 and 2 p.m. Now, as I call the name of these trustees, if they will please stand, remain standing, and what I'd like you to do is just hold your applause till I have them all up. Trustee Gina Virtuoso, Vice Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, also longtime Finance Chairman. Trustee Bonnie Sloma, currently the Secretary, but a past Chairperson of the Board of Trustees. Trustee Vincent Genestri, again, a past Chairperson of the Board of Trustees. And also, I don't believe she's here this morning, Student Trustee Brittany Valdez. Now, we have some trustees missing. I do want to bring up their names. They'll be at other ceremonies, but it's Trustee Brad Rose, Trustee Jason Caffarella, and Trustee Vince Santanato. Can we have a nice round of applause? Thank you. You know, class of the 2018, you have been prepared very well for the future workforce. You've been prepared to be the future leaders. And I can see in a vision that as you move down through your career, you're going to fall into these categories. You are our future leaders. And there's a gentleman here this morning that has attended many graduations in many colleges throughout New York State. Matter of fact, he was with SUNY going on almost 50 years. He shares the same dreams and hopes and successes that you want. And he shared these for a long time. Now, I'm going to backtrack just a bit. During the past year, our sixth president of Niagara County Community College retired. That leaves an interim space, and with SUNY, the State University of New York, that can't exist. You have to have a leader. So the Board of Trustees went after candidates to serve as the interim president of Niagara County Community College as we work towards a seventh president of this great community college. And let me tell you this. We had great candidates, but we selected the right one. And we were looking with one that would fit into our Niagara community, one that has the same dreams, hopes, and visions that we have, one that would stress excellence. And we got one with tremendous background. At 5 different community colleges, he's had the role of interim president. Every one has been a success. And now we have him here. He's been a vice chancellor of academics, of student life, of university life, of diversity. He's worked on programs for SUNY for security. and safety. So he's really touched all the bases. And this is what we did need here at Community College. And as we work through the coming months, the structure will be put in place that we're going to get the best possible president we can for the 7th one to take the top job here at Community College. Now at this time, I'd like to just delve on what his preparation was education-wise. He was a local boy education-wise. He attended Buffalo State for his bachelor's, then went over to Albany for his master's, and then went to the University of Illinois for his doctorate. So he's well-versed educationally. He has it all. At this time, I'd like to give a nice round of applause for Dr. William J. Murabito.
Thank you, Bill. Bill mentioned I went to Illinois. He forgot to mention that when he was in college, he played at Michigan State football, and they beat Illinois every year. Good morning. This is the most special day of the year for the college faculty, staff, and administrators. We are so very proud of every graduate who will walk across the stage and have his or her name read today in recognition of the hard work and commitment to higher education. We extend our gratitude to the friends, family members, spouses, partners, and children who supported and encouraged your special graduate throughout his or her educational journey. There is no doubt that the graduates sitting before us also want to recognize those special faculty members, advisors, and student service personnel who helped them along the way, engaged them in learning, and provided guidance when problems seemed to create a roadblock to their journey. College administrators keep the college programs and services running while you attend classes and participate in clubs and events. I would like to introduce 3 administrative colleagues with whom I work every day. They are Julia Pittman, Vice President of Student Services, Bill Schickling, Vice President of Finance and Information Technology, and Gail Tylick, Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs. Thank you. We take great pride in watching you, the members of the class of 2018, become graduates. We extend to each of you our heartfelt congratulations and best wishes for a healthy and prosperous future. Please stay in touch with us by joining an Alumni Association as you proudly go forward as an NCCC graduate. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Murabito. Moving on, about 60 years ago, there was no community college here in Niagara County. It was just a movement that started during the 50s, a carryover from California, where you had the junior colleges, which, same as community college, started. It took a while to get to New York State. At that time, our county government was called the Board of Supervisors. Today, we call it the county legislature. They had an ad hoc committee that met in the late 50s, and they debated all the points of having a community college to service the students, traditional or non-traditional, in our county. And it took a while, but after they put all the information together, they made a presentation to the Board of Supervisors, and it was accepted. And in 1962, the first Niagara County Community College opened in downtown Niagara Falls. A few of you people in my category can remember Nabisco Tech. That was the beginning. And of course, 56 years later, look what we have. This beautiful campus, our downtown facilities, and everything else. But the people that were responsible for this, called the Niagara County Legislature, and they are responsible because they make the financial contributions that help keep this college going. At this time, I'd like to introduce the past chairperson of the Board of Trustees who will introduce our attending Niagara County legislators. Trustee Vince Gneccs.
Good morning. Thank you, Chairman Ross. It is my honor to be here. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the Niagara County Legislature who are here with us this morning. Representing the 4th District, Legislator Owen T. Steed. Representing the 6th District, Legislator Minority Leader Dennis Virtuoso. Representing the 8th District, Legislator Richard Andres. And representing the 14th District of Niagara County Legislator Dr. John Syracuse. Thank you all for being here and for all of our support of Niagara County Community College. On behalf of the Niagara County Legislature, congratulations to the class of 2018.
Thank you, Trustee Gneccs. Today we are fortunate to have a member of our faculty who's going to extend greetings and congratulations to our 2018 graduates. Please welcome Dr. Matthew Clark, an Associate Professor of Social Sciences. Dr. Clark.
Good morning. I teach history at the college here. I've been here for 14 years. And as a history professor, I often ask my students to analyze events and why they're important. Well, today that's an easy task. This is a day to remember. This is an accomplishment that can never be taken away from you. Today, you are a college graduate. Now take a moment and consider some of the milestones you've achieved in your time here. Maybe it was the courage to step into your first class after years of being out of school. Maybe it was finding a way to juggle that necessary job and that required class and still find a way to stay awake at the same time. Maybe it was the first time you spoke up in class, and not only did nobody laugh at you, but the professor complimented you on your thinking. Or maybe you were fortunate enough to have that aha moment where you decided, yeah, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. As faculty, we have watched and encouraged these moments. I believe that's why many of us became teachers in the first place. Watching a student blossom is one of the greatest rewards of our profession. So as a representative of the faculty, for the class of 2018, our congratulations. We are proud of you. However, as a faculty member, it's also my job to give you your next assignment. And yes, I'm afraid there will be homework, and it will definitely be on the test. You shouldn't really be surprised that there's another assignment. It's right in the tagline of our advertisements, and we'll see it's a great place to start. While today we celebrate a completion, it's also a new beginning. And remember, it's always just a new beginning. A new job, a new school, a new relationship, a new challenge, a new day. So here's the assignment. Keep learning. Make a conscious effort to learn more. Your time here was not just spent figuring out how to prepare a lobster or how to analyze a poem, how to understand the process of spherification or the reasons behind the Holocaust. You were learning how to learn. Becoming a lifelong learner might be the most important thing you take from NCCC. It'll affect your wallet, your social life, and your health. Most of you already know that college graduates earn more over their lifetime than people with just a high school diploma. But now there are expectations you will change careers several times. To ensure that paycheck keeps coming, you better be ready to learn over and over again. Did you know that having an open and curious mind is also good for your social life? People who exhibit curiosity are almost always happier and more socially and professionally engaging than those who aren't. Think about the best conversationalists you know. They always seem to be able to contribute to every discussion, no matter what the topic. They ask good questions. They're well informed. Now, picture the colleague you must respect as your job. They are likely well-spoken, open-minded, and vibrant. The people you admire, both personally and professionally, are most certainly dedicated to learning. You can be just like them. Learning is important to your health, too. More educated people are less likely to suffer from high blood pressure, emphysema, or diabetes. Better educated are less likely to report anxiety or depression. Better educated people report spending fewer days in bed or not at work. There's evidence that learning new things can help delay symptoms of Alzheimer's. Some studies even argue that a year of formal education can add more than 6 months to your lifespan. So for all those reasons, go forth and learn. Today is a great day. As college grads, it's your first day. Commit yourself to your assignment. Keep learning. You're ready for it, and you won't regret it. Thank you very much, and congratulations to the class of 2018.
Dr. Clark, thank you for those inspirational words, very challenging words to our 2018 graduates. Our student speaker this morning is a recipient of the President's Cup. The President's Cup is the highest award that an Nccc'S intercollegiate athlete can receive. It's based on academic achievement and, of course, athletic excellence. And this year, we couldn't have a better one. He's been a wrestler here for his 2 years, probably one of the top wrestlers, if not the top one, and we've had almost a 50-year career in wrestling. He became a national champ. And when you think of all the community colleges across this country, 5,000 of them, maybe not all competing in wrestling, but you see the competition. He just did not only so well here at community college, but it paid off that he's going on to the University of Buffalo on a full scholarship. At this time, I'd like to present Troy Keller, the recipient of the President's Cup. I'll get out of your way.
Thank you, Chairman Ross. Good morning, President Morabito, Board of Trustees, administrators, faculty, and fellow classmates, parents, and other family members. First, I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak on this special day for myself and my fellow classmates. Thank you to my coaches, the athletic department, and my teammates for the support they have given me to get here today. Also, my parents and family for always encouraging me to follow my dreams and standing by me along the way. Throughout my time at Nccc'S, I learned so much, not only in the classroom, but about life in general. One thing I learned is when you face adversity, whether in the classroom, sports, or life, you need to continue to work hard and strive to reach your goals, and one day it will become reality. I don't really like to talk about myself, but in addition to winning nationals this past wrestling season, I've made many great memories during my time at Nccc'S. Like fist bump guy always waiting at the end of the hallway to give you the daily fist bump to put a smile on everyone's face, or just simply hanging out with my friends in between classes. My professors gave me the background I need to further my education at the University of Buffalo and also inspired me to be the best person and student I can be. To my fellow classmates, we did it. We're finally graduating. All our hard work and studying for exams finally paid off, and we have opened the doors to a new journey in life. Some of us will be starting our careers while others will be furthering our education at other colleges. We are all better prepared now to handle life's curveballs, like someone asking you to give a speech at graduation with only a week to prepare for it. We are all going to stumble in life and have struggles, but never give up. 10 years from now, make sure you can say you chose your life. You didn't settle for it. It is my honor now to introduce to you the keynote speaker for Commencement, a man who has chosen a very interesting path in life. Mr. Stephen Eden began his career in marketing after receiving a bachelor's degree from Missouri State University. He worked his way into a position with the International Olympic Committee as Director of Imaging and Marketing Communications. In that role, Mr. Eden was involved in 4 Olympic Games and ran with the Olympic torch for the Salt Lake City Olympics in 2002. These notable experiences led him to Western New York and his current job as Director of the Culinary and Hospitality Council for Delaware North. In addition to managing compliance programs, hospitality certification, and stumbling the training, development, and recruitment initiatives at Delaware North, Mr. Stephen Eden's jobs involved frequent collaboration with the Niagara Falls Culinary Institute. He is an active member of the Customer Advisor Council of Visit Buffalo Niagara and received the Visit Buffalo Niagara Beacon Award in 2017. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Stephen Eden.
Thanks, Troy, and congratulations to you. Put my eyeballs on. Interim President Dr. Murabito, Niagara County Community College Board of Trustees, honorable members of the Niagara County Legislature, and distinguished members of the faculty. It is an honor to be here with you along with the alumni, the guests, families, and friends who are gathered here this morning. Most of all, it is an honor to be here with you, the Niagara County Community College, Humanities and Social Sciences, and the Hospitality, Tourism, and Culinary Arts Division class of 2018. Woo! Thank you. When Chef Mistriiner contacted me to see if I would provide the commencement message, without hesitation, I said yes, of course I would. I hung up, I thought about it for a while, and then panicked. Did I have anything interesting, or intelligent for that matter, to share with you today? That night I went home and told my family. My wife was very supportive, of course, while my 15-year-old son's response was, let's see if I can do this right. Really? 15's a precious age, isn't it? I decided to Google commencement speeches. My search provided me with over 3 million results and 2 reoccurring threads. Number 1, you need to be inspiring. Number 2, don't kid yourself, you're not that important, as people can rarely recall their commencement speech or who gave it. What started out as excitement moved to panic and then in depression. Regardless, I am committed to carry on and hopefully do my best to inspire you, if only for the next few minutes. This is a true honor for me. The reason I was so eager to accept the opportunity to speak with you today is that for me, this is a coming full circle. Even though I'm up here representing Southwest Missouri State as my bachelor degree, I started my secondary education at a community college. Jefferson County Community College, Hillsborough, Missouri, to be exact. Jeffco to those of us that attended. I know what it means to be a community college student. I drove 40 miles round trip to and from school. I worked nights and weekends to pay for it. I studied every chance in between and did what I had to do to make sure that I graduated on time and with good grades. Does that sound familiar to any of you out there? Yeah. Neither of my parents went to college, so I felt a true responsibility to do well. Not only for them, but for me. My community college experience provided me with a solid foundation that has served me very, very well. Yours here at NCCC will serve you well too. During my time at Jeffco, I would have never, ever imagined that I would be up here in front of students that are starting out just like me. In fact, in May of 1987, just like you're doing right now, I politely sat there in my cap and gown, politely listening to a speech I can't recall, being delivered by someone I can't remember. Google doesn't lie. As I begin crafting this speech, I want to leave you with a few insights that I've gained over the years from my experiences and observations. My path has been anything but straight, and has included a few unexpected speed bumps, detours, and roundabouts, which, as it turns out, has been very good for my career. You are a very diverse group with different backgrounds, different plans, and different aspirations. And regardless of the program you're graduating, or whether you intend to go on to school to get your bachelor's, or go into the workforce, or go back into the workforce, I want to give you a few points that could apply to all of you. I hope that the next few minutes will provide you with a tiny bit of insight that has taken me 30 years to gather. I'm not that bright. First, don't be afraid to screw up. I purposely placed this as my opening point, but because for me, it was one of the most important lessons I learned, and personally, one of the most hardest to overcome. I'm a perfectionist. I believe that the devil is in the details. And early on, I tended to hesitate when making big decisions. I thought that I had to be perfect. In my first job right out of college, my boss and mentor, David Myers, noticed this and pulled me aside and told me that he didn't mind me making mistakes as long as I could keep moving forward. The important advice he instilled in me was to make the effort, to take the initiative, to take the chance, and not be afraid to try. I didn't have to be perfect. You will make mistakes, and that's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. Most of history's greatest accomplishments were made from mistakes. But when you do screw up, own your mistakes. Correct them, learn from them, get over them, and then move on. As comedian and former Minnesota Senator Al Franken, a person who is familiar with mistakes, said, "Mistakes are a part of being human. Appreciate your mistakes for what they are. Precious life lessons that can only be learned the hard way. Unless it's a fatal mistake, which at least others can learn from." Yeah, that was supposed to be funny. Second, don't be afraid of hard work. This is a big one, and I put a lot of thought into this point, as I did want to come across as preachy. However, you must understand that ultimately, success, no matter how you define it for your life, takes a lot of effort. And like most everything else in life, you get out of it what you put into it. You should know that from day one, there will be an expectation that you put forth your best effort each and every day, and you give extra effort when it was required. I'll be the first to stress the importance of a work-life balance, but the truth is that there will be times when you will need to step outside the 9 to 5 to make sure that something gets done. There's never been a task that I felt was below me. Stuffing envelopes at 3 a.m. is not as exciting. Spending a weekend in the office working on a project that's due first thing Monday morning is less than fun. The important thing is that sometimes these jobs need to get done, and most often these jobs take extra time and extra effort. They call it work for a reason. Being a good coworker can be hard work, but you already know what it takes to be a good coworker. You may not realize it, but you learn these lessons in kindergarten when you were taught how to treat others. Robert Fulham, in his book, All I Really Need to Know I Learned from Kindergarten, reiterated these rules of engagement. Share everything, play fair, don't hit people. You'll want to, but don't hit people. Put things back where you find them, clean up your own mess, don't take things that aren't yours, and say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. You'll realize soon enough that the rules for kindergarten are also the same rules for the workplace. At work, the basic principles of the Golden Rule apply. Treat others as you would have them treat you each and every day. And be respectful and nice to everyone, no matter their role, no matter their position, as it has a way of paying off at unexpected times and in surprising places. Be a good boss. Good employees are groomed by good leaders, and this takes even more hard work. John Quincy Adams said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." Unfortunately, not everyone is a good leader. I would bet that each of you already has witnessed the difference between what you think is a good leader and a boss who has come up short. If not, odds are it's just a matter of time. Bad bosses can usually be classified into 3 categories. The one that doesn't know he's bad, the one that knows he's bad but wants to correct himself, and the one that doesn't care either way. During your career, you will learn more from bad bosses than you will from good ones. This is sad but true. Use these experiences as learning tools, as they will teach you everything you need to know about what not to do. In the not too distant future, you will be making the transition from follower to leader. And understanding your role and doing it well is just a portion of being a good leader. Patience, empathy, listening, encouragement, and honesty complete the package. Earlier, I mentioned David Myers, the boss and mentor who encouraged me to keep trying and allowed me to make mistakes. I've used this philosophy on everyone that I've managed since. And it is my hope that they have used the same philosophy with their employees. And I hope you will too. Remember what you have learned from those that have led you, good and bad. Emulate the good, don't perpetuate the bad. It's that simple. Work hard to communicate well. We are living in an exciting age of constant innovation. The downside of these technological advancements is that we rely less on direct communication and more on electrons. But clear, direct communication, and notice I said direct communication, not texting, not Twitter, not emojis, but face-to-face communication to understand those nuances that can't be shared electronically. How many times have you texted someone with one intent, but it was taken the wrong way? This happens in business every day. I know this is going to sound horribly old school, but if you can talk in person, don't call. If you can call, don't email or text. There's nothing more powerful than your ability to communicate. The vital piece of this is knowing when to talk and, more importantly, when to listen. Work hard to keep growing. Don't become complacent with the skills that you have now. Complacency kills. Our world is moving way too fast to stand still. You leave Nccc'S prepared for today's world, but that world is changing even as we sit here today. We are fortunate that with today's technology, we have at our fingertips almost everything we need to learn. Take responsibility for your future by demanding of yourself to improve. Be your own worst critic. Keep asking yourself, what skills do I have now? What new skills are critical for my future? And what do I need to learn? Push yourself to do more, to be better at whatever you do. Embrace change and the sometimes scary demands it brings with it as an opportunity to move forward for your success. As my mom would always preach at me, learn, learn, learn. Knowledge is the one thing that no one will ever be able to take away from you. Keep at it. Hard work does not go unnoticed. Don't expect constant praise to be heaped upon you for every task you complete, but people do take notice. Your superiors will notice, your peers will notice. By choice, I have built my career outside of the spotlight, working to make sure that others look good and that company initiatives shine. I was taught early on that in a company, all efforts roll upwards to the greater good of the enterprise. And if the enterprise does well, we all do well. Work hard to stay grounded. As you grow professionally, please don't lose your moral compass. Throughout your career, you will see and hear about improprieties, shortcuts, and shortchanging. They are tempting, but deadly, and can rot a career from the inside. The right thing to do is not always the easiest thing to do, not always the popular thing to do, but it is the only thing to do. Your integrity and the virtues that you possess build your own personal brand and reflect what others see in you. Finally, don't be afraid to take that next step. Opportunities come in many forms, sometimes cleverly disguised as problems. Sometimes the path from point A to point B isn't so straight. Trust me, it's true. And don't be afraid to take chances. And don't ever sell yourself short. I speak to you from experience. 1994 was my year of speed bump, detours, and roundabouts. I was the marketing manager at the St. Louis Arena and found myself on the team responsible for closing down the facility to make way for a new building downtown. The arena closed, my job went away. I then took what I thought was a dream job at an advertising agency, but downsized staff when they found out they were going to lose the account. They lost the account, I was downsized. I suddenly found myself unemployed, unnerved, and as I saw it, unsuccessful. After about a month, I was contacted by an old boss from the arena who heard that I was a free agent. He surprised me by asking if I would come work for him as a director of marketing for an arena in England. To give this story some context, you should know that I was anxious, introverted, and a homebody. And I hadn't ventured too much further than where I grew up. I was reluctant, I was nervous, and I was overwhelmed with the offer, but with some cheerleading from my wife, I made the move that changed my life. To say that it was one of the greatest learning experiences, personally and professionally, would be a tremendous understatement. That decision to make what seemed like a giant leap of faith turned out to be the necessary experience that I needed to join the International Olympic Committee, where I roamed the globe for the next 8 years. It was that international experience that helped open the door for me at Delaware North and brought me here to Buffalo. And it has been my role at Delaware North and my relationship with Nccc'S and the staff from Niagara Falls Culinary Institute that has placed me here in front of you this morning. As I said, opportunities come in many disguises, and the path from point A to point B requires some changes in direction. Ultimately, you just have to go for it. I would like to leave you with this final thought. As the adage goes, hindsight is 20/20. And there will be a time and a place for you to look back to see where you've come from, the speed bumps you hit, the detours you made, the fast lanes where you accelerated, and the roundabouts had you wondering where you were headed. But hindsight is for tomorrow. Today, you are here to celebrate. Today, look forward with courage and anticipation because you have so many opportunities and experiences ahead of you. Each step will help you grow personally and professionally. Each step will have you playing a more important role in your team, a department, a company. Each step will have a tremendous impact on you as an individual. And as you take your steps, never underestimate the importance that you have on others. To quote Robert Fulham, you may never have proof of your importance, but you are more important than you think. There are always those who couldn't do without you. The rub is that you never know who. I truly envy the adventures that lie before each and every one of you. Enjoy your life, enjoy your work, grasp your future because you own it. Thank you.
Steve, a well-prepared speech with very strong meaning for our 2018 graduates. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This time I would like Trustee Nccc'S back up. He's going to introduce the musical performers for our musical interlude. Trustee Nccc'S.
I am proud to introduce this year's musical interlude, performed by two of our very own faculty members and alumni, Brad Wingert and Lisa Surace. Brad Wingert is an assistant professor and music coordinator at Nccc'S. He is a professional choral conductor and organist and harpsichordist and teaches courses in music history, choral music, and music theory. Lisa Surace is an adjunct instructor of music at Nccc'S, where she teaches courses in oral skills, American popular music, and applied voice. She has performed nationally and internationally and currently operates a private music studio in Niagara Falls, teaching all instruments to all ages. Vocalist Lisa Surace and pianist Brad Wingert will be performing Laurie's song From the Tender Land by Aaron Copland. Please welcome Brad Wingert and Lisa Surace.
Once I thought I'd never grow tall as this fence. Time dragged heavy and slow, but April came and August went before I knew just what they meant. And little by little I grew. How Once I thought I'd never go outside this fence. This place was plenty for me. But I walked down that road one day, and just what happened I can't say. But little by little it came to be. That light between the earth and sky came beckoning to me. Now the time has grown so short, the world has grown so wide. I'll be graduated soon. Why am I strange inside? What makes me think I'd like to try to go down all those roads beyond that line above the earth and neath the sky? Tomorrow, as I sit upon that graduation platform stand, I know my hand will shake when I reach out to take the paper with the ribbon band. Now that all the learning's done, oh, who knows what will now begin? Oh, it's so strange. I'm strange inside. The time has grown so short. The world so
You all have to agree, what a great performance. Great performance. Thank you again. Well, the moment has arrived, the conferring of the degrees. Our interim president, William J. Marabito, and our interim vice president of academic affairs, Gail Talak, along with trustee and past chairperson, Bonnie Sloma, will help confer these degrees.
Morning. Will all the candidates for degrees and certificates please rise? Dr. Marabito, I am pleased to present to you all the candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Science, Associate in the Arts, and all certificates. These students have been recognized by the faculty and administration as having fulfilled all degree requirements.
By virtue of authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the State University of New York, by the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York, and by the Board of Trustees of Niagara County Community College. Upon the fulfillment of all requirements and upon the recommendations of the Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs and the faculty of Niagara County Community College, I am pleased and privileged and do hereby confer upon you, now assembled, and upon those in absentia, with all the privileges, rights, and responsibilities, the degrees of Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Science, Associate in Arts, and all certificates.
Please be seated. At this time, I ask that the student marshals proceed with preparing the graduates to process on stage. Students designated graduating with merit have achieved a cumulative grade point average of 3.3 or better. Those designated with distinction achieved a curriculum grade point average of 3.6 or better. And those designated with high distinction carry a cumulative grade point average of 3.8 or better. I ask that you hold your applause until names have been read and all degrees awarded. Our first reader today will be James Mezer, Chair of the Humanities and Social Science Division.
Chemical Dependency Counseling Certificate. Christopher Michael Lasky. Chemical Dependency Counseling Certificate with Merit, Phi Theta Kappa. Criminal Justice, AS degree. Teresa A. Aloyan. Eric F. Blount, with merit. Nicole LaShonda Bradford. Skylar Brigus. Connor Alexi Brinkworth. Diamond Tyann Frederick, with merit. Katie M. Jones. Tiffany Pearl Mitchell. Alyssa Dietz, with distinction, Phi Theta Kappa. Nicholas Morano, with merit. Amy Nguyen. Joseph R. Parisi, with high distinction. Ryan Sebesta, with merit. Nice going, Ryan. Noralen Brittany Trueheart. Krista Wygent. Nakasia Williams. Von Shea Michelle Works. Environmental Studies AS degree. Rachel Ann Buckner with high distinction. William Kimball, Captain Jr. Emily Ann Wilson, high distinction, Phi Theta Kappa. Human Services, AA degree. Janelle Conti. Tatiana Griggs, Early Childhood Certificate. Julie S. Harris, with merit. Sarah Ann Hoover, with distinction, Chemical Dependency Counseling Certificate, Phi Theta Kappa. Nadia Jenkins. Amanda Renee Jers, with distinction. Jennifer Lavacat, with merit, Chemical Dependency Counseling Certificate. Megan M. Luss, with distinction, Disability Studies Certificate, Phi Theta Kappa. Anik Anya Shaw. Simone Monche Watson Lewis. Individual Studies AAS degree. Gina D'Annunzio. Hey. Tracy L. Johnson Sr., Chemical Dependency Counseling Certificate, Phi Theta Kappa. Kate Lorish, with distinction, Chemical Dependency Counseling Certificate, Phi Theta Kappa. Angela Quarantello Rubel, with merit, Teaching Assistant Certificate. Liberal Arts and Sciences, AA degree. Jacqueline Lene Action. Michael Justin Aline Washington. Chris M. Busey. Crystal Colon Rosado. Samantha Fandrazo, Teaching Assistant Certificate. Brianna Greenwalt, with high distinction, Diploma will be presented by her Aunt Sharon Polano, Technical Assistant in Nursing and Allied Health. Helen Jossam. Sean McDonough, Liberal Arts and Sciences, AA degree. Kellyanne Minnie. Claire Elizabeth Newton. Samantha Marie Schultz, with merit. Kirsten Elizabeth Ann Smith. Troy Keller with merit. Bethany Tanner. Emily Judith Tamzak. Liberal Arts and Science, Humanities and Social Science. Donnell Cathcart III, recipient of the All-American Award in basketball. Alyssa Joyce Costello. Chautauqua Dejanay Davis, with merit. Ikea Gray. John Del Zappo, with distinction, Phi Theta Kappa. Jody Geyer, with merit, salute National Veterans Honor Society. Jessica Marie Human. Dylan Michael Johnson. Marissa Rose Kendall, with high distinction, Phi Theta Kappa. Macy Maynard. Shelby Pasquale. Siobhan Janice Ray. Melanie Shank. Mia Grace Sullivan, with distinction, Phi Theta Kappa. Jonathan Patrick Tedesco. Emily Weech, with distinction, Phi Theta Kappa. Liberal Arts and Sciences, Humanities and Social Sciences, jointly registered with SUNY College of Buffalo, Childhood Education. Silvana Simone Benura, Teaching Assistant Certificate with Distinction, Phi Beta Kappa, and her mother's my secretary. Congratulations, Diana. Kevin M. Bovenizer. Leah Shomanuski. Julia Ann Donato. Alexis Barbara Lilly, Teaching Assistant Certificate. Celeste Irene Schlager. Jessica Schur. And now, Mark Bestriner, Division of Hospitality, Tourism, and Culinary Arts.
Baking and Pastry Arts Certificate. Mitzi Lopez, Baking and Pastry Arts Certificate. Baking and Pastry Arts, AAS degree. Cody Donald Cedar. Molly Leah Darling with high distinction. Lindsay M. Dodge with high distinction. Elizabeth Haas with distinction, member Phi Theta Kappa. Sarah Hadel with distinction. Erica Lee Holtz with distinction, member Phi Theta Kappa. Brenda L. Malt with high distinction. Alyssa Starr McManus, member Phi Theta Kappa. Erica Elizabeth Olson with high distinction. Emily Grace Piet with distinction. Erica Lynn Reardon. Monica Rose Rembecki with high distinction. Jamie R. Schultz with high distinction. Rebecca A. Schuster with high distinction, recipient of the Hospitality Management Degree Rising Star Award. Faith Schwartz with high distinction. Kristen Elizabeth Southard. Kenyetta Snow with merit. Elizabeth M. Vale with high distinction, member Phi Theta Kappa. Andrea Walters with merit, Culinary Arts, AAS degree. Maya Carol Wright with high distinction. Culinary Skills Certificate. Geraldine Walker. Culinary Arts, AAS degree. Lucas Arthurs. Christian Barada. Jordan Matisse Blazer with distinction. Congratulations. Nigella Carter. Cade Marie Collins with merit. Nicholas James Zernazuski. Jordan Marie Dabney with distinction. Matthew Richard Dan. Peyton Nicholas Fidel with merit, member Phi Theta Kappa. Lakia Siantra Flunder. Jenna Marie Gang. Nicholas O. Hill. Madeline Elizabeth Hunt with merit. Shadeja Moshe Mallard. Selena Sonia Morado. Reginald Charles Orm Jr. with merit, Phi Theta Kappa. Heather Elise Paisano. Leah Presley. Brandy J. Reese with merit, recipient of the Culinary Arts Department Rising Star Award. Jennifer Michelle Renner with high distinction, Phi Theta Kappa. Devon Karim Sumter with distinction, recipient of the Culinary Arts Outstanding Student Award. Dewan M. Washington. David James Worth with distinction. Hospitality Management, AAS degree. Courtney Lynn Boyer. Kayla Lorraine Cummings with high distinction. Maria Montes. Lashima Star Rose with distinction, Phi Theta Kappa, Salute National Veterans Honor Society, Marshall. Cheryl Lynn Morley, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Humanities, Social Science with distinction, member Phi Theta Kappa, Student Marshall.
Will the graduates please stand? This concludes the awarding of the Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Science, Associate in Arts, and certificates. You are now an official graduate of Niagara County Community College. Graduates, in unison, you may now move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left.
I now ask all of you to stand for the benediction. Please remain standing. To all the graduates, the dignitaries, the faculty, and the administration exit the auditorium here. The Reverend Dr. Jimmy Hardaway will present the benediction. Dr. Hardaway.
Congratulations to all of our graduates as we bestow the benediction, this blessing upon you. We look at Jude, who says, "Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. To the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and forevermore." And everyone said, amen.
Thank you, Dr. Hardaway. Congratulations to the 2018 graduates. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Trustee Virtuoso for the final words. Trustee Virtuoso.
Thank you, Chairman Ross. Congratulations. Graduates and your guests are cordially invited to enjoy light refreshments in your honor immediately following the ceremony in the main gym. We ask all guests to remain in your seats until all graduates have left the theater. You will be able to meet your graduates in the main gym down the hall. Thank you for attending the 54th Annual Niagara County Community College Commencement Ceremony. Have a great day and congratulations.
Thank you for attending today's graduation ceremony. Graduates should remain in their seats and await the signal from the student marshals to begin the processional to exit the room. We ask that all guests remain in their seats until the graduates have exited. We will then open all doors. Your graduate will meet you in the main gym. Your cooperation is appreciated. Light refreshments will be served in the gym. Ushers will provide you with directions to the reception.